How are we? How are we this wonderful afternoon? How are we? How are we? How are we? From the title, you can see that there is, let me say, it's written minutes writing intro part 1. Okay? To tell you the truth, when it comes to minutes writing, it's quite long. So I'll do it in 2 parts. So this is the first part. I am going to expose each and everything that you have to know, that you need to know when it comes to minutes writing. Then in the next video, which will be tomorrow, which will be part 2, I'll be winding up everything when it comes to minutes writing. Okay, so we are targeting mainly all right. So the first key thing that you must understand whenever we are handling minutes writing is this. You have first to define what are minutes. Okay? What are minutes? That's the first key thing that you must understand. All right? So you can say minutes, you can say are recordings. Okay, are recordings, let me say, done during the meeting. All right, so minutes are simply recordings done during the meeting. Okay, since we have said that minutes are recordings done during the meeting, which means in order for the same recordings to be recorded or to be written down, one person is very much important in minutes writing, the one who takes care of the same, the one who writes the minutes. Okay, minutes, they cannot, let me say, there's a particular person who is in charge of writing minutes. Okay, we have said minutes are recordings done during the meeting. Now there's this person who is in charge of writing minutes. So say the secretary is in charge. We say the secretary is in charge. Okay, the secretary is in charge of writing minutes. So minutes are recordings done during the meeting. Then you must know the secretary is in charge of writing what? The minutes. So the one who is in charge of coming up with minutes or writing minutes is the secretary. So the secretary is in charge of writing what? Minutes. So the secretary is in charge of writing minutes. So now, it is very much important whereby you understand that we have said that minutes are recordings done during the meeting. We have the keyword here. We have meeting. Okay? So, meetings they can be, let me say, educational meetings, healthy meetings, educational meetings, healthy meetings. Okay, healthy meetings. Let me say, okay, school meeting, school meetings. Okay. So in order for each and every meeting to take place, a secretary is in charge of doing what? Of recording, of coming up with what? The information, or he is in charge of coming up with minutes. We have said minutes are recordings done during the meeting. So meetings, they can be, let me say, they can be educational meetings, they can be school meetings, they can be healthy meetings. So in order for each and every meeting to take place, Okay, a secretary is needed in order to take down some minutes, okay, some important things when it comes to the same particular meeting. All right. So now, the other key thing that you must understand is this. We have said the secretary is in charge of writing minutes. That's the main reason why even the question during exam will come like this, saying, you are the secretary, of, let me say, Young Farmers Club, and you have been asked to write the minutes of meetings or all those things. So the main reason why the question starts like this, you are the secretary, which means the secretary is in charge of coming up with the same meeting, minutes of meetings. So the secretary is in charge of coming up with the same minutes. All right. So we have said meetings, they can be they can concern education, they can be school meetings, healthy meetings. So now you must understand the other key thing, that since we've said that minutes are recordings that are done during the meeting, and the one who writes the same meetings is the secretary. So the secretary has the duty, or is being tasked to do what? To write the minutes. Now, we have said we have the meeting. Right? Let me say you are preparing to host a meeting or a conference. What is the first key thing that one has to do? Okay, Chabota, Stephen, like for example, you, let me say, you want to host, or you want to come up with a conference, or you want to come up with a meeting. What is the first key thing that you must do? As you now, the owner of the same conference, of everything. What do you think is the first key thing you must do? What is the first key thing you must do? You as the owner of the same, let me say, meeting, the one who is in charge. What do you think is the first key thing that you should do? Yes, Charlotte, Stephen, what do you think is the first key thing that you must do? All right, let me give you options. You are preparing a meeting now. You want to come up with a meeting. You are in charge. You are the boss now. Okay? You want a meeting to take place. I'll say, okay. You say if it's A, B, or C. Say A. Okay. So what is the first key thing that you must do? A, is it to notify members or people? B, is it to book a venue? C, is it to hire musicians? What do you think is the first key thing that you must do before you even handle the same meeting, or before you host the same meeting? What is the first key thing that must be done here? Okay, is it A, to notify members or people? B, is it to book a venue? C, is it to hire musicians? Okay, so Stephen is saying A. What of you, Chabota? All right, so correct, Stephen. So the correct answer here is A. Before you do anything, you have first to notify, to inform members that, okay, on this due date, we are going to have a meeting or a conference which will tackle this and that thing. All right. Now, so the first key thing that must come before handling the same meeting, the first key thing you have to notify. So it's like this. Notify. Then now there will be a meeting. Then in the exact meeting now, that's where now minutes will take place. You have seen the equation, guys. So the first key thing you have to notify. Then after notifying, that's when now the meeting will take place. Then in the same meeting, that's where now the minutes will be jotted down. Okay? I want to make minutes writing very easy for you guys to understand. So have we seen the equation, guys? Have we seen the equation? I've said in order for minutes writing, in order for a minute to take place, this is the equation that is very much important. The first key thing, you have first to notify. Okay, you have first to notify, then the meeting will take place. Then after the meeting will take place now, that's when now minutes will be jotted down. Have we seen the equation? Is the equation making sense? The first key thing, you have first to notify people. After notifying people, then now there will be a meeting. After a meeting, that's when now meetings, let me say that's when now minutes will be written down. Now, do you know that most of the time they normally ask this part? They will say, write the minutes of meeting. See, that's how a question comes. They'll say, write the minutes of the meeting. Now, you must understand that don't be very much comfortable that each and every time you will be asked to write the minutes. You know that? I'm saying do not be comfortable saying that each and every time a question will just come directly saying write minutes. You have to be very much careful. Okay? You have to be very, very, very much careful. You have to be very much careful. You have to be very, why am I saying so? You have to be very much careful. Okay? Now, the first step, we have to notify members. Okay? Then after to notify members, on the same part of the meeting here, okay? Or I can make it this, so that I put everything in order. So say notify. Okay, notify. Then after notifying, let me say there is the agenda. Then now a meeting. Then now minutes. You have seen? The first key thing, you notify. Then afterwards, there's the agenda. Then they have meeting. Then we have minutes. Okay, I'm coming a little bit. Let me drink some water. Thirsty. All right. Thank you. So we have notify, we have agenda, we have meeting, then we have minutes. So this is the equation. So whenever they want to bring, let me say, in preparation for your exam, don't be very much comfortable saying that, okay, minutes. I think this time minutes is going to come. Do you know that you will be disappointed also? Do you know that you'll be disappointed? Okay? Do not be comfortable saying that, okay, I have known minutes. You have not yet known it. Okay? You haven't known it fully. Okay? Do you know? You are expecting minutes. Opening the paper, you see, prepare an agenda. They'll say prepare an agenda. Or prepare a notice. You see? And the one that you know very well, the one that you love very well, minutes, it's not in the paper. You have seen the way it is, huh? So don't be very much comfortable saying that, okay, at least I have some ideas or I know minutes. No. For you to be very much safe, you must know how to prepare a notice. You have to know how to prepare an agenda. You have to know how to prepare minutes now. This is the equation that you must understand. If you just know how to prepare minutes here, you will be disappointed. I'm telling you the truth. You will be disappointed. All right? So this is the equation that one has to follow. So the first key thing, know first how to write a notice. If you know how to write a notice, that's when now, okay, you know the agenda. Then now, lastly, you know the minutes. This is the equation that one has to follow. Am I making sense, guys? Is everything clear? Are we moving very well? Stephen, Chavota, Joyce, are we moving very well? Don't be comfortable saying that minutes. It's not each and every time. You'll be disappointed. First key thing, know how to prepare a notice, then agenda, then lastly, minutes. Is everything okay? Are we moving together, guys? All right. That's nice. So, the first key thing that you must understand, let me teach you on how to prepare a notice. Okay? In order for the same meeting to take place, the first key thing is notice. To notify simply means you will write a notice informing people on what will be happening on the exact date of the meeting or what will be happening in the forthcoming meeting that will be taking place. Okay? Then afterwards, an agenda will be prepared. Mind you, the word agenda. The word agenda. What is an agenda? An agenda is a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting. So an agenda is simply a list of programs, to be discussed during the meeting. Okay? So an agenda can act as a guide. Like for example, I will say after opening prayer, we are going to sing the national anthem. Okay? So this is the order. The orderly way of following the program. The list of programs, we call it as an agenda. So an agenda is a list of programs. And the way programs are being arranged here, they must be following each other. Okay? You cannot start by, let me say, by greeting people without an opening prayer. So we start like this, opening prayer, sing the national anthem, then now we welcome people, then the list goes on. So the agenda is a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting. Is a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting. And take note, all the agenda, let me say, the agenda must be arranged in an orderly way, or in a chronological way, or in a chronological order, which means in a following way, okay, in a sequence. Okay, now let me teach you how to write a notice, so that you are fully much prepared. So over the sudden, you're expecting minutes writing to appear in your paper. A question comes like this. Say, you are the school prefect. Okay, you are the school prefect. You want to call for an urgent. You want to call for an urgent prefects meeting. Okay, let me say, to notify okay, to notify, let me say, to notify the prefects, about the meeting. Stop and say, write a notice. You have seen? The question reads, you are the school prefect. You want to call for an urgent prefects meeting. To notify the prefects about the meeting, write a notice. Okay? You are the school prefect. You want to call for an urgent prefects meeting. To notify the prefect about the meeting, write a notice. Okay? Write a notice. Write a notice. Okay. Stephen, Chabota, is it your first time to see such type of a question? Is it your first time, Chabota, Stephen, Joyce, or you are used with minutes? What can you feel upon just opening the paper? You see such type of a question. Where do you think that you are going to search from? Where? Okay. So Stephen, yes, he's saying yes, it is. Okay. So the question reads, you are the school prefect. You want to call for an urgent prefects meeting. To notify the prefects about the meeting, write a notice. Okay? Write a notice. Write a notice. So now, the first key thing that you must understand, a notice, whenever you are writing a notice is too short. A notice is let me say, must not be above 50 words. A notice is just small, is short. Okay? You are just notifying people on what will be happening next. A notice is not too long. You are just notifying. Okay? So here, a notice must have the following. So a notice must have, number one, it must have here the title. Now, the title, it can be the name of the school, okay, or the name of the company, or organization, or club. Okay, so the title here can act as the name of the school, or the company, or the club. So whenever you are writing a notice, first start by writing what? By writing the name of the school, or the name of the company, or club. Then afterwards, the second key thing that you must follow, you must write the word notice. Okay, you write the word notice of meeting. Okay, so this is the order that you must just follow. It's way too simple. So, which is the title. Then after writing the title, minus you skipping a line, you write the word notice of meeting. It's more like now you are notifying the members of the school now. Okay, the prefects particularly. Then now, after writing this key thing, the other key thing, you are going to target the people you are writing to. Okay? Target people you are writing to. Okay? Then after targeting people you are writing to, so here, then also it is very much important that you understand that your notice is written in one paragraph. Just one paragraph. So your notice must be written in one paragraph. Okay? So in the same paragraph or the main body, it must answer number one, the exact date of the same meeting and also the time. Okay? The time when it will be what? It will be held. Also the venue. Okay? So in one paragraph, in the, let me say in the main body, okay, remember a notice is short, only one paragraph is needed. So in the same paragraph, your paragraph must answer three questions. Number one, the date, the time, and the venue when the same meeting is going to take place. Okay? Then afterwards, the purpose of the meeting. Okay? What is the purpose of the meeting? So purpose of the meeting. What is the purpose of the meeting? Okay? What is it are you going to discuss? What will the discussion based on? Okay, so number one, the first key thing, the title. Then you write the word notice of meeting. Then now target the people you are writing to. One paragraph, then now the purpose of the meeting, then yourself. Now, let me teach you now. Let me show you. Is it visible? The one is not okay. So let me teach you now how you write. Now, it says you are the school. Listen, the question says you are the school prefect. So the key targeted word here is school, which means you write the name of the school. So your title here, it will be the name of your school. Let me say, I'll write Lusaka Secondary. Lusaka Secondary School. Say Lusaka Secondary School. So here, if you want, you can even write the name of the school or your title in small letters. But whenever you are writing in small letters, make sure that each and every first letter is capitalized. So Lusaka, capital letter L, which is a secondary, capital letter S, then capital letter S for school. Okay? Then just write it like this. Don't underline, just write. Okay, Lusaka Secondary School, like the way it is. Don't underline. So so you write Lusaka Secondary School. Then afterwards you are going to write minus you skipping a line. Don't skip a line. You say notice. Okay, so say notice of meeting. Notice of meeting. Okay, so that's what you're writing. So the name of the school, Lusaka Secondary School, the notice of meeting. You can write in small letters if you want, but me, I prefer writing in big letters because it looks neat. Okay, so Lusaka Secondary School, notice of meeting. Okay, so this is the first key thing that you must get, or you must what? You must write. Okay, now here, after writing this key thing now, what are you going to write? What are you going to write? Okay, what are you going to write? Okay, up and per step. on this part now, is everything okay? Or there's a question? Is everything okay before I proceed? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Is everything okay in this part? All right, so thank you very much. So Lusaka Secondary School, then you write the word notice of meeting. Okay, so if the question was like, you are the club's manager, or you are the club's whatsoever, then now you write the name of the club. Just come up with any name of the club. So when the question says you are the school whatsoever, come up with the name of the what? Come up with the name of the school. Come up with the name of the school. Okay, so say Lusaka Secondary School, the notice of meeting, notice of meeting. Okay, then now afterwards, to who is this meeting directed to? To who is this meeting directed to? Say you are the school prefect, you want to call for an urgent prefectcy. So this meeting is about what? It's about the prefectcy. So this meeting is about the what? It's about the prefect, the prefect. So after writing this key thing, you skip a line, just one line. Okay, skip a line like this. Okay, you skip a line. After writing the name of the school and writing the word notice of meeting, skip a line. Okay, after skipping a line, write now to whom the meeting is directed to. If you check from the question, it says you are the school prefect, you want to call for an urgent prefectcy. So this meeting is directly targeted to the what? To the prefects. So this meeting is directly directed to the what? To the prefects. So after skipping a line, you write here at the corner. Okay, let me say on your left hand side, this side, not this, that side. You write here, you write to all the prefects. You have seen? You skip a line, then you write here on your left hand side, you write to all the prefects. Which means, why am I writing to all the prefects? Because this is where the notice is directed to. When they say write a note, let me say you are the school prefect, you want to call for an urgent prefects meeting. So this meeting is directly targeted to the what? To the prefects. So say to the prefects. If you are writing to the, let me say to the head boys or to the head boys or head girls, say to all the head boys and the head girls. Okay. If you are writing to the members of the club or group, you say to all the club members or to all the members in the club. So here we mainly just write to where the same notice is highly targeted. Then afterward, after writing this key thing, you skip another line. So to all the prefects, then afterwards, you are going to write capital letter R, then capital letter E, which is the reference. So reference simply means this is your title. Okay? This will act now of what you're about to write about. The meeting. It's about what? So you write ref. So you write it's about prefects. It's about prefects meeting. That's all. Okay, so to all the prefects, then comma, the reference, it's about the what? The prefects what? Meeting. So this notice, it's about the prefects what? It's about the prefects meeting. It's about the prefects what? Meeting. Okay, it's about the prefects meeting. So any questions from this part? Are we following? Any questions on this part? Are we following? Then now we will start writing now. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, any questions? Any questions? Are there any questions before I proceed? Because there is only one paragraph here. It's short. There's nothing hard here. It's just one short. Then we are done. Are there any questions? All right. So Stephen is saying no questions. Anyone else? All right. Even Selena is saying no questions. All right. So afterwards, then we'll start writing. So if you're very much comfortable with the format of indenting, you can come up with, you can write, okay? If you're not comfortable with the format of indenting, just write the way you love it. So, like the way it is. Okay. Then now, afterwards, don't skip any line. You can just start directly. You can just start directly. I see that most of you, you really love the format of indenting. So you just write directly. You say, I indent. I would like to invite you to an urgent. Okay, I would like to invite you to an urgent prefects a meeting that will be, or which will be held, or that will be held. I've said that your paragraph must just answer how many questions? Must answer the exact date when the meeting will take place, and also the time, okay, and the venue, okay. So I would like to invite you to an urgent prefects meeting that will be held on, you see, 24th, say March, say 2020, you see, at 09 hours. And it's high time you know that the way we write them in English, time must have one dot. Okay? So 09, then dot, then 2 zeros. Don't write 2 dots here, like the semicolon is. So say, I would like to invite you to an urgent prefects meeting that will be held on 24th March 2020 at 9 hours. Okay? So we have answered 2 questions here, the date and the what? And the time. Now let us mention now the what? The venue. Let me say behind the school. So behind the school, you have seen, I would like to invite you to an urgent prefects meeting that will be held on 24th March 2020 at 09 hours behind the school hall. Then now, say, you chaff them a little bit. You say, you your attendance is required. Okay. Your attendance is required. Is required. Okay. So your attendance is required. You say, and take note that the drinks will be provided. You know, where there is food, people are available. So make sure that you even include some food in it, saying that drinks or snacks will be provided. Okay. So I would like to invite you to an urgent prefects meeting that will be held on 24th March 2020 at 09 hours behind the school hall. Your attendance is required, and take note that drinks will be provided. You have seen? Then now we are done. You just write your name down and also the position that you have. Then you are done. So that's it. Done now. Write my name. So you can write your name in the crop. So mind you, when you are done writing, at least skip a line. Okay? Skip 2 lines, or if you want 1 line, then write your name. Don't write your name directly here or here, because your name, it may be seen as if it's part of the writing. Okay? At least a line must be skipped. Then now, like for example, all right. Now here, say school prefect. Then I'm done. So I'll write the name. I'll write my name. So you can write your name in small letters. Mind you, when you're writing in small letters, first letter of your name and the first letter of your surname must be capitalized. Okay, then you write school prefect. If you want, the same school prefect can be written in capital letters. All right. So I would like to invite you to an urgent prefects meeting that will be held on 24th March 2020 at 09 hours behind the school hall. Your attendance is required, and take note that drinks will be provided. So then you end by writing your name and also the position. Since the question says you are the school prefect, so you indicate even down saying that school prefect. So that's all. That's how we write a notice. Any questions, guys? Is it interesting? Is it simple? Is it okay? Steven Chabota, is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? All right. So Mr. Mwangala is saying yes. Others, is it okay? So that's how a notice it's written. That's how a notice it's written. So that's how a notice it's written. Yes, Stephen. Because kind if you just write your name directly minus you skipping a line, it may look as if you're writing, it's part of your what? It's part of your composition. Like for example, the way we do in summary writing, when you are done writing your summary, you skip a line, then now indicate the number of words written down, then you indicate the number of words written down. Don't just, the way you have written, Where it says full stop, you even indicate the number of words. No, you skip a line. Okay, you skip a line, then indicate the number of words written. This is what we are going to do even here. Yeah, full stop, then now skip a line, at least 1 or 2 lines, it's up to you. Then you write now the name and also the school prefect. So this is the first step that one has to truly understand in order for him or her to understand minutes writing very well. This is the introduction actually. This is the introduction. Now, after understanding a notice writing, it's high time whereby you know something, okay? You know something when it comes to the agenda. So remember our equation: notice, agenda, meeting, then minutes. So this is the equation that must be followed, okay? So during exam, examiners are very much clever. What they can do, they can say, they can bring a notice and an agenda saying that, okay, prepare the notice and the agenda of the meeting. You've seen? You only know the minutes. Just imagine. You haven't been taught on how to write a notice or the agenda. You have seen, ka? So, okay. Okay, now the second key thing is the agenda. Okay, so we have said an agenda is simply a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting. So the agenda is a list of programs that will be discussed during a meeting. And take note that an agenda is sent to the members in order for them to prepare themselves very well on what they will be very much expected to see at the meeting. So an agenda, it is sent, okay? So a notice can be sticked. It can be at the gate, or it can be, let me say, at yes, school gate, or anywhere else within the school. A notice will be sticked. Okay, it's more like those notice whereby we see at house for rent. That's a notice. Okay, it's just sticked so that everyone sees. But when it comes to the agenda, an agenda now, it's a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting, or what the members will be very much expected to see. I think most of us have come across whereby to see when they are advertising, let me say, saying that Fally Ipupa will be in Zambia and the other artists. So that is more like an agenda, because they're simply telling you what you're going to expect more. Okay, so now you have been notified saying that, okay, there will be an event. Now you'll be very much anxious to say that, okay, since there's an event, okay, which is taking place, what am I supposed to expect? Okay, what should I expect, or what is it expected? Okay, or what will be expected? That's the first key thing that you must understand and ask yourself. What are you going to expect? Okay, what things are expected? So, let's take note that an agenda is a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting. Okay, so an agenda is simply a list of programs, okay, to be discussed during the meeting. Mind you, in order for an agenda to take place, okay, there are things that are needed in an agenda, and these things, they must be in an orderly way. Okay, so the first key thing, this is the structure. Number one, actually, you must know that when they bring minutes writing, it goes in hand with an agenda. So they're going to ask you to say, write the minutes writing, then down there will be an agenda. Okay, so the minutes writing goes in hand with the agenda. Okay, now just imagine you only have some ideas when it comes to minutes, but you don't know how to prepare. Okay, what exactly should we write? Is it the name? Your question, Benedict. Your name. It must be written here on your. Let me say, on your left hand side here. You can write your name here. Okay, if that's what you're asking. Okay, when you're done writing your notice, you write your name just here on your left hand side. Okay, you just write it here down. Okay, so an agenda is a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting. Okay, so things that are very much needed. The first key thing, we have what we call the opening remarks. We have what you call the opening remark. The opening remarks. We have what you call the opening remark. The opening remarks. So opening remarks, they can also be termed as a preliminary. Preliminary. So this is the order that must be followed. And mind you, an agenda will be given. An agenda is always given when it comes together with the minutes writing. Now, I want you to be fully booked. Okay? I want you to know it very well. Okay? So, opening remarks. We have what you call the preliminary. So, what is this opening remarks? So, opening remarks, these are the first words that the owner of the meeting will say to the members. Okay, so you can say these, let me say these are opening words to be said. Okay, it can be by the chairman or the chairperson, the chairperson of the club which is planning to host the meeting, or the school. Okay, so the opening remarks or preliminary, these are simply saying the opening words to be said, okay, by the chairman or the chairperson. So words like, they'll say, okay, you see, the meeting, okay, the meeting was opened with a prayer by the new name, and there will be a video for tomorrow. I'll be answering now all the minutes question. So now here I'm just showing you what each and every part means, so that we do it fast. Okay, so we have what you call the first part of the agenda is the opening remarks. Then we have the preliminary, then which is the opening words or the first words that the chairperson or the chairman of the club will do what will deliver. Then afterwards we have what we call confirmations of the previous meetings. So this is the agenda that I'm writing. Okay, so whenever you are writing an agenda, you don't have to explain, even to say opening what, no. You just write the structure the way it is. You say opening remarks, confirmation, you just follow the order. Okay, then now opening remarks, now the chairman or the chairperson of the club is going to state the exact words, the first words to be addressed to the members. Then confirmation, So here you are simply confirming, okay, issues that happened to the previous meetings. Okay, then now we have what we call matters arising. Now, matters arising, these are simply matters that need, or issues that need clarification in order for them to be what? To be dealt with. Okay, these matters, they need clarification. Okay, they need to be discussed. Okay, it's like members of the same let me say club, they arose saying that okay, we don't have transport money, so it's a matter that arose. Okay, it's like the secretary stole 1 million kwacha, it's a matter that arose and it needs what? Clarification. It needs answers. So opening remarks, confirmation, matters are arising. Then we have what we call the any other business, which is A or B. Now in this part, we are going to talk about, let me say, matters that were not part of the program. Let me say you were discussing about the importance of sports in your meeting. Now over the sudden, you just hear, oh, malaria, what happened, what? You'll be discussing now things that are outside of the topic. No wonder we say any other, which means anything that was not part and parcel of the discussion. Okay, you are discussing about food, but over the sudden someone ends up adding something about cholera, which is outside of the topic. So it's any other business. So then we have any new business. Okay, like for example, if there's an idea, a new idea that needs to be addressed. Okay, if there's a new idea, a new thing that you feel like, okay, we should look at it so that we take the vision of the club to the next level. Then lastly, we have what you call the adjournment. So in the adjournment, now it's more like the finally part, or the closing part. It's more like the last paragraph, now the last part. Okay, so this is the last part. Now in the last part, you are going just to inform members when the next meeting is going to take place. So here you just inform the members where the exact meeting will be held. So this is the agenda, guys. So this is the agenda. This is how the agenda is. Okay, so they can ask you, they will give you a question saying that question number 1 to be like, write a notice and an agenda of the meeting. So the first key thing that you must understand, after writing the notice, afterwards you go directly writing an agenda like this. So when they say write an agenda, you just write it in the order like the way I've done it. That's all. This is the order that one has to write it. This is the order. Okay, so we have the opening remarks, we have confirmation of the previous meeting, we have matters arising, we have any other business, we have any new business, we have adjournment. So this is the order. So this is the agenda. When they say the agenda, they just want a list, not explaining it. So this is just the agenda. So a list of programs to be discussed during the meeting. So a meeting will start like this, with the opening words, the confirmation of the previous meeting, what transpired, the matters that arose, any other new business. So this is the order that must be what? Addressed. Now, let me say you are in the situation whereby you don't know the order. Yes, you know that, okay, there's opening remarks, there's confirmation, there's matters arising. You can simply master this acronym, which is called TAPSIMA. Just master this name. The name is called TAPSIMA. The name is called TAPSIMA. Mind you, TAPSIMA is the acronym that we use whenever we are writing minutes writing. Okay, so T stands for the title, A stands for the attendance. So whenever you are writing an agenda, the title and an attendance is not needed. Okay, so starting from here, PSIMA. PCMA. So here, PCMA is the agenda. So PCMA is the agenda. So if you say TAPSIMA, you are writing now minutes writing. But when you say PCMA, which means is the agenda, which means P stands for opening remarks or preliminary, C stands for confirmation, M stands for matters arising, A stands for any other business, A stands for any new business, A stands for adjournment. So the name is PCMA for the agenda. For the minutes of writing now, it's TAPSIMA. Okay? It's TAPSIMA. Okay? Have we learned something? Stephen, Mr. Mwangala, Chabota, Selina, Joy, okay, Carol, Catherine. Have you learned something? Are we learning, guys? Are we having one or two things? Are we having one or two ideas? So this is the agenda. So this is the agenda. All right, Stephen. Mr. Mwangala, is everything okay? Have we gotten one or two things? Okay. Chabota, Selina, Joy. Have we gotten one or two things? Okay. So I've talked about how to write a notice and also what you should expect in the agenda, the order of the agenda. So now tomorrow we are going to proceed. I'm going to so I'll be preparing a question which is going to ask you to prepare a notice and an agenda the first time. Okay? So I'm going to prepare a question. This kind of question is going to ask you to prepare a notice and also an agenda at the same time. Then I'm going to show you how you can prepare a notice and an agenda. So a notice I've shown you. Now in combination now, they will say prepare a notice and an agenda. Then they are going to award you 20 marks. You have seen? Then at last now, that's when now I'll talk about minutes writing. Because if you know everything here by the agenda, which means this minutes writing, you have known it. Because let me say 95% of minutes writing is the agenda. Because Kairi will be following each and every minute, or will be following each and every part of the what? Of the agenda. Okay? So that's how it is here. So that's how we end, guys. So tomorrow expect a question where we are for part 2. We are going to answer a notice and an agenda question. Then afterwards, I will talk about minutes writing. Then minutes writing, we are done and dusted. So I hope it was so interesting and also very, very powerful, guys. Okay. I hope it was so interesting. Then in the tomorrow, that's when I'll also talk about numbers, how we should put numbers. Okay, opening remarks, it is called 1.0, or it's called min 1/1. Then the exact date, I'll talk about numbers. So in this video, I wanted you to know things whereby you didn't know. I know that concerning the part of minutes writing, you have some ideas because you have watched my video before. So I decided to start from the introduction so that you capture the concept very well. Okay? So thank you very much, guys. This has been your presenter, Mulekwa Bright. Okay. So thank you very much. If you are so interested to join our powerful, excellent English group on WhatsApp, you can simply contact me on 0777 37 44 44. So 0777 37 44 44. This has been Mulekwa Bright, or you can simply call me Bright Mulekwa Tutor. Goodbye.